What do you think of the orang pendek?
I think it's interesting. Have you ever seen that motorcycle video where the guy's on the motorcycle and he sees the little guy run across?
Yeah.
So that's supposed to be orang pendek, right? And
Well,
so,
let's see if we can find that.
Sure.
That one is weird because
yeah, there you go.
Here, is that real?
It's so. And is this a kid?
That looks
you know?
fake.
Well, that one
so
looks
fake.
over embellished. But if you watch the actual video, yeah. So this is the video I've seen. I think that we love humanoids. Like as a species, we love the idea.
Just play the video.
It's not. It doesn't play. It's all still frames.
All of it?
It's all someone talking about this. It's not the video.
Oh, well, that looks so fake.
Yeah, it does.
That's a still frame of it. But that could just be a naked dude.
Totally.
That
could
totally
be a crazy
looks like
person.
a dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't even look that hairy.
But I think
look at the proportions. Looks like a person. Did they have like something to judge it by? I've seen the actual video though, Jamie. See if we can find the actual video because that's not it.
Yeah, this is the same one I've seen.
Yeah.
And I think in relation to like the motorcycle and the guy, even though there's some forced perspective, it's tiny.
Yes.
Right? So it looks like a dude, but that would be like a 4 foot tall guy.
So here's these guys. They're on this motorcycle racing along.
Was that the one? I felt like it ran across before.
Yeah, that one looks fake.
This one looks fake. I'm
that one looks
certain
like
I saw a different
full-on
one.
setup. The
Yes.
guys slow their bike down just in time.
Yeah, this one's nonsense.
What? Well, that was where it ran across the road. The one that I saw, though, I thought it was dark-haired.
And it ran like this way across the road,
and it
right?
was a very quick and brief video.
Same. That's the one that I'm thinking of as well.
17 million views.
Well, maybe this is probably it then.
But I don't. It's hard to remember because I've seen so many stupid fucking videos. But I seem to remember it looking almost like an ape person.
I think, my opinion, and I'm not really,
See if you can find anything, Jimmy.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm not really qualified to speak on like these humanoid cryptid things, but like we have Khoisan in southern Africa, right? The small bushman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Borneo, Sumatra, and places like this, there are still very isolated groups of tribal people, you know, and sure, they're talking about proportions of small people and all of that, but what's stopping a teenager? Doesn't matter. I don't care what tribe you're from. If you're a teenager, you're going out there and you're being rebellious, right?
Right.
From going out with a spear to go on a hunt and deciding to continue going, and then he crosses a road, you know, and now it's become a Bigfoot or an pendek or whatever because he gets startled. Maybe he's doing something illegal or wrong or whatever and runs. Somebody catches it on their helmet cam, and now it's perpetuating into this big thing.
Or they see it in low light. They see it at dawn.
Right.
Yeah, if you think about that island of Flores, though, that's where things get interesting. Like
Mia Flores, right?
Well, the Homo floresiensis.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Homo floresiensis.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Floriensis. But that's the little hobbit person that they've confirmed lived alongside people as recently as, I forget how long ago.
It's like 8,000 or 10,000 years ago or something like that.
They think it was fairly recent. Like
Yeah.
within like after the Ice Age.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and there are, across the human species, there are so many diverse looking cultures and tribes and peoples, right? We're all humans, but, you know, Aboriginal people, African people, Indonesian people, Asian people, we all look different, you know, and we all have these own distinct characteristics. And so to think about, you know, imagine being a Westerner or whatever, being an Indonesian like in that video, and then you see someone who looks so different than your own culture, and you're not expectant of it. It's very easy to let your imagination turn into this whole other species, this cryptic thing, versus like maybe this is someone from a different tribe who's in a different area. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it's.
And then there's also, they keep finding new extinct species of humans, right? Like Denisovans and all. I think there was another one that they found recently that they're trying to figure out what it is. But they're very human-like in terms of Homo sapien-like, but a slightly different branch of the chain.
Yeah, with different like jaw morphologies or cranium shapes or whatever. And yeah, I think we used to, up until 15, 20 years ago, only think that there was like 2 or 3 species of humanoid ever.
Right.
Right. And now there's like, I want to say 8.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Well, that leads me to Bigfoot, because I think that all these stories of Bigfoot, I think like the Native Americans have a bunch of different names for some creature that lives, some large hairy creature. And we know about Gigantopithecus. I think that's what that is. I think people just have a distant memory of it.
Like a remnant memory that's evolved over time.
Yeah, which is probably the same thing as dragons. And I know we talked about
that, yeah. Well, and also, by the way, it could be the same thing as thylacine, going back to that, right? Like, they could have been in PNG, where these tribes are still talking about them 4,000 years ago, and this lore of the striped dog that sounds weird, that has this funny jaw, has been passed down generation to generation, to the point where somebody's out on a hunt or a walk and they see a flash and they go, oh, that was that striped dog my grandfather told me about. Now it's real.